Good morning. Welcome to class. It's a beautiful Sunday here. Um, Clouds are all over. I don't see the sun, but the weather's mild. November in New Orleans, and it's all good. And today is the day after. Uh, it was called. It's official, or it's sort of official, almost there, that we have our new president-elect, Joe Biden, and Vice President Kamala Harris. And so the the whole country um, yesterday was just electrified, seeing all the people in the streets celebrating and uh, and watching the acceptance speech of the president-elect, soon to be President Joe Biden, um, was a really awesome experience and thing to witness. Um, I know that just about half the country is feeling the opposites right now, and those who are on, and it sort of flipped because 4 years ago, the other half was feeling the same way. And it was a wonderful thing to see Joe Biden's speech and how he really spoke about what really appears to be his true nature, and that is compromise and service, and serving others. And he is going to be leading this nation and the world in the ultimate, you know, well, in a job which is an act of service. And that's our topic today. Well, the topic today is SAVA, or selfless service. Now, I know we got a lot of politicians who have who are coming into office, and not all that folks do in their jobs is selfless service, but the nature of the job as a public servant is that, and many do, and even in our jobs, various jobs that we have. It, for me myself in the medical profession as a doctor, and I work with social workers, and though others who serve in the health field in different capacities, like some of you guys here, um, and those who and when you work in other jobs, many of our jobs and what we do, we are serving. And and when we focus on that and let go of our own preferences and likes and dislikes and our own self-interest, and we remember that part of what we're doing that is in service to others, it really shifts our whole sense of being in the moment and in this present moment. And if you notice folks who spend their lives and are in the midst of an activity of serving others, just simply serving, they isn't it just like a wonderful thing to see how joyful they are and how joyful we feel when we're simply serving without expectation of reward or credit, um, and simply serving to benefit others or to benefit the world or animals. So I'd like you to take a look at the article that I attached to Patrice saying hi from work. Hi, Patrice. Um, the article that I attached to the class here, which speaks more about seva and how that is part of a yoga practice. Take a look. And today we're going to invoke that in our practice as we move through. our flow and celebrate the moment and celebrate each other and remembering really what um, public service is all about and public and engagement with the world and with our community in in serving each other. And one more thing I'd like to add to that is a quote that I love, and I think it's from Rumi, is you cannot help anyone, you can only serve. And that is a wonderful reminder that I often have to say to myself when I'm working with someone or for someone and I'm seeking um, and I'm just reminding myself that I'm here to serve, because we can often have an idea in our mind of how of what the outcome should be. You know, if we're doing something for someone, we might have this fantasy of, oh, I'm going to do this, and all of these wonderful things are going to happen, and this person is going to change and their life is going to change, and they're going to be so grateful, and all that sort of jazz. Maybe I'm just, I don't know, just expounding on things we might think, and things may not be going the way that we think it should be going, or the way that we hoped it would be going, and and it can get frustrating, and we may feel disillusioned, and that's a time when it's good to remember this quote, and that is, you cannot help anyone, you can only serve, because helping implies that there's a maybe a power differential where you are doing, um, you maybe you have more power than the person that you think that you are helping, when really that is not the case. And what we're really here to do is have empathy and remember the motivation for reducing, having that wish to reduce the suffering of others. Uh, but knowing that we don't have control over everything. The universe may have other plans, and the person or the animal or the planet that we are serving may have other plans. And it's okay and it's all good, but and it's not all about what our own preferences are. What it's all about is putting ourselves in a space, in a sense of presence that is together with them. So let's have that in mind, and let's start our practice today. Settle in, settle down. Let's come to this moment. So noticing, doing whatever works for you to connect right here to presence. Noticing sounds, sensations, the light, the dark, awareness of the body, the breath, without seeking to control the breath, simply being a witness, noticing the body as it responds to breathing. And you might notice the mind, whether it be dull or excited. It is what it is right now. Thoughts come, just notice and notice the natural course of thoughts and emotions as they come and go. Just observe. And choose your anchor to remind yourself of awareness here in this moment, whether it be breath, a sound, or an overall sense of being.